there guys, it's Joey. So I haven't had a talkie video for a little while. Most people know why. I've just been dealing and healing basically. And I've got no makeup on today, enjoy that. But I really felt the need to actually sit and talk about something which I have noticed has been going on an awful lot. And I'm going to call this Losing Our Joy video, because I've noticed in recent months there's been a loss of joy, and people are focusing on the negative. People are having difficult times which may or may not be within their control. A lot of people it's completely without their control, and it's very difficult. And I wanted to address the other side of this. There have been two really profound videos recently about different aspects of this thing that's going on. One is the Lady Grave Dancers video, and the other is Nadia's video, and both addressed sort of what's going on in one fashion or another. And I just wanted to talk about the whole losing our joy bit of what's been going on. In some ways I wonder if it's the, if I look down I have notes, if in some ways I wonder if it's the time of the year. I, for the most part, don't really enjoy the Christmas time of year. It brings up a lot of bad memories for me. It's obviously a time when family values are shoved down our throats, and I don't really have a family. I have my sister and my nephew, and that's it for blood family. And there is a huge pressure to conform at this time of the year. There is a huge amount of materialism that goes on, like if you are what you buy, the Xmas gifts, there's a ramp up in prices and expectations, and obviously the world is suffering at the minute with decline of finances, decline of jobs. In our society we think it's bad, and then in the rest of the world it's 100 times worse. So, you know, and it's only in our societies that you get this literally you are what you buy materialism status. Every year I watch the Black Friday stuff and groan, because at least somebody gets injured every year, and it's even like encroaching into England, and it's just like, why are we having it in England? There's absolutely no need for it. And obviously there are companies that have been taken over by American companies are bringing it in. So Asda had it because they've been taken over by Walmart. And there's this huge link between your status and happiness is what you buy. And if you buy all this stuff for cheap, you'll be happier. And if you buy a load of stuff for Christmas, and it's false happiness, it's flawed, it's not real. It's, you know, we all do it. Like, I do it too. And, you know, I love going out and buying crystals and things, and I love doing it. And I have to check myself sometimes as well, because it's like, you know, you don't want to be buying things thinking it's gonna make you happy, because things ultimately can't. I try and now buy things which I'm going to utilise in some form or another, and try not to be so attached to things. It's a lesson I've had to learn many times over. I've lost nearly everything I own on 2 separate occasions, and some things bother you even now. You know, I lost my very first, no, it wasn't my very first, it was my favourite Athame, and it bothers me to this day that I lost it. I can't get another one. And, you know, that our attachment to things at this time of the year is really bizarre. And I think there's a lot of depression around at this time of the year, which links to the status of, you know, people who don't have the idealised family, the idealised gifts, and the idealised Christmas setting, or Yule setting, however you celebrate. It becomes unrealistic, and because it can't ever be achieved, it then becomes this huge depressive cycle. And obviously a lot of people have bad memories attached to this time of year, because it's sort of forced into interacting with people who people may not want to interact with, and arguments happen, and it's stressful. So I think there's that side of things, but there is also something going on lately that I wanted to address as well. And if you haven't seen Nadia's video, I insist you go and watch it because it's incredible. It's spot on. It's just singing my song. It really is. And there is this huge void at the minute where people seem to have a complete lack of joy in their own path working, and somehow this becomes like this vicious cycle of taking it out on other people in one form or another. There is this horrid thing going on at the minute where it's like, I'm going to attack other people because they're creating whatever. And it's not just me it's happening to a lot of other people. And people put blogs out there, people put, creative writing out there, people put videos out there, people put their creations out there, people put them, they basically are taking their creative soul, things they have made with their joy, putting it out there for a multitude of reasons. Some is to do with financially supporting themselves, some is to do with just sharing of information, some is just to talk and discuss and share their excitement. And there seems to be an awful lot of negative criticism that is literally attacking their joy, their way of doing things, their opinions, their beliefs, their creativity, their joy. And I got a quote shared this morning by Rob Zombie, and he was talking about it's weird that people take time out of their day to criticize what's wrong with you, rather than going out and finding their own joy, creating their own thing without... And I think it's something that everybody... It's an easy trap to fall into, this sort of easy judgment thing, and I think sometimes people need to just step off and step back and just... If all you're doing is focusing on negativity, if all you're doing is promoting a negative perspective about somebody all the time or their stuff all the time, it's like, well, why don't you go take that time and go and do something you enjoy, go and create something of your own, go get inspired in nature, go do whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, it can't literally be the only thing you want to do is sit there being negative about other people, I hope. And we really do need to reclaim joy in this community, because something is going wrong again. And we seem to have these cycles of people, of highs and lows and positives and negatives. And I don't fully understand why it keeps happening. We're all human and we all make mistakes and we all have arguments and we all say things we shouldn't have said and whatever. And at some point you have to say, you know what, I did it, I cut off and move on, rather than perpetuating the cycle over and over and over again. It seems to happen an awful lot where these cycles, people just want to keep them going, like they're feeding off the drama, and it is not necessary. It's so far against what we're supposed to be about that it invites criticism from outside bodies. Look at these pagans, can't even support each other, yada yada yada. Why do we need to be doing that? Why? I don't understand fully why we can't go within ourselves and find our own joy and make our own joy and make our own stuff and make our own life and stop peering over the shoulders of everybody else and being... I understand that, we go on YouTube and we want to watch and we want to learn and we want to engage, but somewhere along the line some of it has become watching what people are doing in a negative sense rather than embracing other people in a positive form. There is a keeping up with the Joneses. There is like Nadia said, there is a theft going on of other people's joy, creation, energy, time, and positivity. There is a theft of positivity going on. Like, if I can ruin your day by doing this, this, and this, then I'm going to do it. And he's like, really? Come on. Come on. Go out and do something. Create rather than destroying something. That's what's wrong with human beings in general, is that we have such potential to create, and yet we get so focused on destruction. And there has to be a balance, obviously, but it's not up to us to be destroying other people. And why should we want to? We're all sons and daughters of the divine, however you wish to see it. And there is this huge dictatorship going on. Like, I will dictate to you how you must walk your path with divinity. No. No. No one can tell you how to walk your path with divinity but you. And I can't tell somebody they're wrong for their experiences of divinity. I can disagree with certain points of view. I can disagree with dogma, but I cannot tell a person that they are wrong. Because it's spirituality, and how the hell does anyone know any better than anybody else? They don't. And when it's looking outward, there's something wrong, and that's what I think is the problem at the minute. There is too much looking outward rather than looking inward. This is the dark half of the year up until Yule, when we start getting lighter again. We're supposed to be looking inward, we're supposed to be examining and critiquing ourselves, we're looking for new growth. We cut off what we don't need and we grow. And we cannot do that as long as we are looking out at other people. What's he doing? What's she doing? What's he doing? What's she saying? Oh, she's done this, I'm gonna moan about it. Critique. I don't like you, so it's like, well, if you don't like someone, you know what you can do? You can walk away from them. Just be a big girl, be a big boy, walk away. Because if you dislike somebody, why are you putting yourself into a negativity cycle where you focus on them? If you're not taking in something positive from watching somebody's videos, reading somebody's blogs, looking at somebody's website, looking at their photographs, why? Why would you focus on the negativity rather than, I don't agree with this person, I don't like this person, so, you know, cut, chop, paste, move on, go do something that I do enjoy, go look at something I do enjoy, go engage in something I do enjoy. And it's a stunt to growth, in my personal opinion, as well, because you're not going to grow while you're in that peering over the shoulder rather than looking inward and growing perspective. And I really just think that the world in general, but, you know, we need a big shot of something, big alcoholic drink, you know, or something. Just wait, shaky, wakey, come on. And I feel like doing it sometimes. I'm like, it is so pointless. Go find your own joy. Go create. Go make new friendships. Go inspire someone. Go do something positive. You know, focus on things that make you happy and engage in things like that. So rather than watching someone you hate and being nasty to them, you know, go do something else. Go out into the world. Go write something. Go engage in something you do like, rather than peering over the shoulders of everybody else, because that's not living, and it's definitely no joy. So that's going to be it for today. Many blessings.